In today's video, we're going to look to see if the floor lamp with the shelves available at Target actually will look as good as the picture on the box. What you get inside is shade frames, G frames, KD shade, power cord poles, shelves, frames, and sockets, and a bunch of screws. There's headless screws, cushions, regular screws, and shade pegs. So let's see if we can make a nice looking lamp out of this. First thing we do is we pick up the light socket and take off the plastic nut cap that's on the end. Once we do that, we're going to attach the light socket, and then on the other side we're going to attach that plastic nut cap to hold everything in place. And I'm loosening it just a little bit to make sure that that light socket is perfectly aligned. We want that switch to be perpendicular to the bar underneath it so it's easy to reach. And you'll notice now that I'm pulling the cable tight. Otherwise, you'll have too much cable here, and you actually want more of this cable coming out at the other end so that you have some cord to plug into a wall. So you'll pull it, untwist it, and that's going to be a challenge throughout the assembly, is making sure that you can untwist the cable. Okay, once we've untwisted the cable, we are going to do the same thing for the one that goes through the first leg. And I just pulled it through, untwisted it, and now there's a metal thread that we're going to attach to the frame. And it's just simply a screw-on, but you have to be careful because it's very soft metal that they're using, and if it doesn't catch right, you'll end up stripping it. So patience is your best guide with this. And when you tighten this leg, don't over tighten because you'll literally crack it. You just want to be snug on this. Now that we've attached the leg, we uncoil the cable. Now you see my cable is nice and clean, feeding off the top frame. We've straightened it out, and now we have 3 holes in that top frame. Now you grab the legs, and on the legs you can put screws on either end. And for the top here, we're going to use a screw with a head on it. And simply what we're going to do is just put the leg up against the frame, drop the screw head in, and just twist. Make sure it catches with the thread. And we're not going to use a screwdriver. We're just going to hand tighten this. It should just twist right on and be snug. If you start using a screwdriver, you're going to tend to over torque it, and you'll probably end up splitting the wood. We give it a little bit of a nudge just so that it lines up and is square with the frame. Once again, we just put in the screw, put the leg on the other side, start twisting. Once it catches, we just let it thread on, and then it will tighten right up against the frame, and really no need to screw it tight. So in this situation, I had to back off a little bit because I couldn't get it to square up right. So in that situation, I am applying a screwdriver just to tighten it. So we're ready to add the next panel. And again, it's already has a cord threaded through it. So we take up the slack, bring it up, put it over the thread. And now for this installation, we're going to use the headless screws. And you'll only need 3 of those. So we'll screw one end of the headless screw into a leg and just twist it on until it stops. No need to use force. Then we'll take the leg with the headless screw and we'll put it through the shelf and let it catch on the other side and just twist until it's snug. Again, don't force it. And we do the same thing for the 2 remaining legs. Apply the headless screw, take the leg, put it through the shelf, attach it to the leg up above, and twist until snug. Now for our fourth leg, it already has a leg attached to the cable, so we just need to, once again, take up all that cable slack. Make sure to align the screw and the thread so that they don't strip, and patiently twist it on. It shouldn't take force. You see how I saw some stress going on there? It should just easily spin on. If you're having to force it, then you're stripping the thread. This is probably the trickiest leg to put on. And as I'm threading it on, I'm also trying to unwind the cable so that there's not a twist in it. It finally catches. And you see we're not using much force to get it on. Once again, you want it snug and squared up against the edge of the shelf there. Okay, so now what you're left with at the bottom is a bunch of coiled cable that you're going to have to uncoil. Again, I pull it through the remaining leg and shelf, straighten out the cable, mount the last shelf through the thread, pull the last of the cable through the last leg. You see there's a hole on the side of this one. So you just pull out as much as this loose cable as you can. Now I've grabbed one of the 3 remaining headless screws, and I'm going to attach these, get them in place. Again, they're snug, no tool required. If you're having difficulty screwing it on, make sure that the headless screw is actually lining up on the other side. And once that screw is in, then we're ready to attach the legs. So I'm going to go with the easy ones first. These just simply, again, like all the other legs, just twist on, align, move on to the next one. Pull all the slack out of the leg with the power cord. Make sure you line it up with the thread and that it catches. No excessive force. Twist. And get it snug. And do the same for the remaining 2 legs. With the final 4 legs attached, you'll now need a Phillips or flat blade screwdriver and the last 4 screws in the kit. You grab the G-frame and align it so that the large holes in the frame are facing out, and move the power cord out of the way. Put your screw in, line it up, let it catch, and screw it in. Again, we're not doing anything hard, this is just snug. And we actually ran into a problem where this particular screw didn't want to go snug. It just, apparently the sleeve that was catching the screw was free spinning inside the wooden leg. So we decided to let it go because we had 3 good points of contact. Had we wanted to be more diligent, we could have taken this apart, glued in the receiving end. But in this case, putting in the 3 screws that went all the way home was sufficient. Okay, so now you have a shade frame and the KD shade itself. You need to open up that shade. It's been flat, and you need to have 4 creased edges. So initially it's fighting you. There it goes. but if you crease, this will make it so much easier when we go to the next step here, because it will allow it to stand up and not close up on its own. So now we're going to take the shade frame and we're going to place it inside this. You see this Velcro edge that opens up? Still need to crease this just a little bit more. Okay, so now we grab our shade frame, and it has a Velcro strip on it. And we're going to put it inside the shade. And once inside, we're going to flip over this edge so that the two Velcro pieces come together. So we align it, and then just Velcro down that top edge, and we do that for all four sides. So what we should have right now is the complete framework with the two shelves and the light fixture all assembled. And on top of the frame, we're going to put in these little pegs. You have 4 of them. These shade pegs are the things that are going to hold the shade in place. So you just push them in, no need to hammer. You simply go into their little holes and you push it down just a little bit and it stops. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the ring off the socket. We're going to put our shade over it, and you'll see that there is a matching ring, and that's going to go over the socket. So we're going to take the ring with the tall side facing up and just tighten it down. And once that is snug, then we're ready to add a light bulb there. You can go with CFL or an LED or even an incandescent, nothing more than 60 watts. You probably have 4 of these left over. These are the cushions, and they go down below the frame. I'll just drop these in later, no need to show you. They're just simply peel and stick. So here's a picture of the box of what the product is. Here is the product with the light on. I think we need to put in a higher wattage bulb. This is a small, I think 7-watt LED. Probably going to bump it up to 15. Things I don't like about this is that the wooden legs don't line up well and they feel like they're very fragile. The power cord doesn't have a switch on it. Would have been great if it had a foot switch. Instead, the switch is up at the socket, so you have to manually turn that on unless you plug it into an outlet that is switchable. So here's our the box again and our finished product, the brighter bulb. It looks nice, but you know, it's not a very expensive piece. These retail for about $45. So it's not super high end, but it also doesn't get a lot of wear and tear. Note the seam on the back of the shade. As with all shades, that's a seam that you're going to have to hide. So there you go, $45. Halfway decent lamp. Not very expensive parts in it, but if you can get the lamp on sale, I think it might be a great buy for you. If you enjoyed the video, leave us a thumbs up, give us a comment, subscribe, and as always, thank you very much for watching.